there's a lot of people, and I know they have to be wondering, well, if 6ix9ine wasn't snitching, why was there a hit put out on him? Not a problem. I'll tell you. At least I'll tell you what I think. Me and the Notification Gang would like to invite everybody to come join us Monday through Thursday, 9:20 to 10 o'clock for morning coffee, where we discuss the events of the prior day and also just talk mess about stuff. See you then. Hey, don't forget to check out the link of the day in the description.
You got a choice. You got talent. You got a chance, and I won't hear about your environment, what your mama didn't give you, and the white man won't give you no shot. You got a chance. Use it while you're still alive. You don't know what death is. You have no idea what death is.
BBN, Jack Frost. What's up, party people? So yeah. So recently, Tekashi went on 105.1. Coincidentally, this is not the first time I've done this video, but in every other video, which was perfect, I said Hot 97. So yeah, that happened. So recently, Tekashi, can't dig it. Tekashi went on 105.1. And I believe that this is actually why he had the hit put out on him, while the people in Tr3yway and the gang that he was, once part of, allegedly part of, had then allegedly put a hit out on his head. Now, before we go any further, I do want to say this. The only reason why we know about this hit on anybody is because of the FBI, right? We do know that the police and the FBI and just none of these guys in general have to tell people the truth. I mean, I think he said that to the judge, so we have to say that this is a real thing, okay? Because the judge was told this information, so we have to say that this was a real thing, that this really happened. But when Tekashi 6ix9ine was told this by the FBI, let's keep in mind that the FBI, the police, all of these dudes, they could tell you whatever they want to tell you to get you to do whatever the thing is that they want you to do. They do not have to be honest to us. So when someone says, yo, but the FBI told them that this and this and that was going to happen, take into consideration how many times the FBI and whatever local police authorities have lied to niggas and got them locked up. Let us never forget about the Central Park 5. Okay? Let us never forget about the Central Park 5. How often that people have been lied to in order to get them to either admit to something or to say something that they weren't necessarily sure about in order for these guys to be able to, yo, if y'all hear that noise, that's my landlord upstairs, right? So he hears me making videos, right? So he was like blasting his music like a minute ago. So now he went from blasting his music to walking around and dragging furniture. This shit is, yo, I'm over here, I'm dying laughing. Anyway, screw that. So let's not forget that the FBI and local authorities do not have to tell people the truth. So that 6ix9ine did not believe him. That 6ix9ine did not believe them. Let's not use that as a 6ix9ine is stupid, because, they probably told him similar things before, and then nothing ever happened to him. So he was like, oh, I can't trust these niggas. Anyway, so 6ix9ine goes on 105.1. And he did a couple of things that I think actually got this to the point where niggas is like, yo, we got to get him out of here. The first thing that he did, this isn't in order. I'm just saying, I'm just listing things. This is not in order of it happening. He said that he fired Tr3yway. He fired everybody around him. Now, before we go any further, he said this on his IG. Remember his IG when he was like, yo, I fire everybody. If anybody call you, da-da-da, this and that, it's not me. Remember that? You remember that, right? I believe that when he did that IG, that's actually what got him to the point where they was going to allow for him to come back on 105.1. Because I know everybody thinks that these shows, these like the Breakfast Club, that they have to have, guess, but nah, there's a million niggas lining up that want to be on the Breakfast Club. They don't have to have a Tekashi 6ix9ine one time, nevertheless 2 times. You don't have to have them. They could just go get somebody else. This is New York City. Believe me, it's not really that hard. They could call a nigga up 1 o'clock in the morning. Yo, what you doing tomorrow? A nigga gonna be like, yo, my wife she's in labor right now. I'm in the hospital. The baby could pop out at any minute. Motherfucker be like, yo, you wanna come on 105? Nigga gonna be dressed and out the hospital door in like 2 seconds. You heard? So let's not act like these guys can't go and fucking find somebody else, because there's gonna be a ton of Tekashi fans that's gonna be like, well, who else they gonna get? There's a million niggas. Anyway, so I believe that when Tekashi did the IG thing, that was in order to put himself in a position to say, look, can y'all invite me back up? Or after the fact, his people, he had like his label, talk to them, 10K or whatever the fucking, I don't know who, but somebody, and they hashed it out. But now they know that when he comes up there, he's not gonna have Shotty and the boys with him. You understand what I'm saying? So it should be a different vibe than the last vibe that they had when they was in there. Anyway, so he goes up into 105.1, and the number one thing that he did that's like don't make no fucking sense to me, and it's just in my opinion, is, well, not the number one thing, but he says that he fired the niggas that was extorting him. Now you tell me, where they doing that? Okay, one, he was allegedly being extorted. Let's not get that confused. Okay, the extortion charges are alleged. I believe them shits, but it's allegedly he was getting extorted. So how you gonna fire a nigga that's extorting you? Please, somebody explain that to me. The comments are down below. Use as much time as you want. Then the next thing that he did that I think this was a bad move is that he went on there and he was so ready to talk about how niggas is dirty bloods. All right? Now, you can take that however you want. But the only dirties I know that you could talk about and people ain't being upset is a Martini, Old Dirty Bastards, and fucking Harry. If it ain't one of those 3 things, usually when people are saying dirty something, it's negative. You understand what I'm saying? It's not in any way a good thing. So that's the second thing, or no, if I'm just listing things and it's not in chronological order, that he did that I would say, put him in a position, because the first thing he did was he cut off their fucking money. All right? You know how much money they making with him? And he said, nope, no more. I'm not fucking with you niggas. No more extortion. All right? Now, I'm not sure why he believed at this point he was able to break away and get away. But he believed at this point, for whatever the reason is, he could break away and get away. So it is what it is. Then he said the whole dirty bloods thing. I mean, you disrespected all the foot soldiers. All right? So, you could... One of the things that people talk about, like when you're a king, is it's important to have the hearts of the people. You understand what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave that at that. But basically, that was just disrespect. Then, in my opinion, I don't know. Leave it down below. Let me know what y'all guys think. If y'all don't think that was disrespect, I don't know what I'm talking about, then tell me. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't have to be all type of different bastards either. You know what I'm saying? Niggas like telling me shit and I'm all type of different motherfuckers. You could just tell me without cursing me out. That's what I'm saying. And he tried to say he started Tr3yway, which is probably, in my opinion, the biggest disrespect. You know what I'm saying? Bigger than the last one I just mentioned. Because for everybody that don't know, Tr3yway is actually a book. It's called The Tr3yway. It was written by S.I., okay? R.I.P. S.I. So when you come out and you dissing somebody's big homies, I'm 100% sure that is not a good thing. And by him saying he started Tr3yway and now Tr3yway is no more, the nigga went on the radio and said Tr3yway is no more. Some shit he didn't even start. He claimed he started. He said Tr3yway is nothing without him. He asked people, when did you hear about Tr3yway before me? First of all, are you trying to tell me that Tr3yway was some kind of street gang? That they were able to move and navigate throughout the city, making their money without everybody knowing about them, but they were still able to live and survive? Because if that's what was happening, then you were definitely bad for the game. I'm just going to be, if they wasn't making no money and they was just scraping, I mean, whatever. I don't know. Y'all leave the comments down below. Let me know what was going on. I don't know. I'm just asking. You understand what I'm saying? But he said Tr3yway doesn't exist. Tr3yway is no more. Tr3yway is over. That's what he said. And he said he started Tr3yway. All of these things are not true. And I believe that's why people felt like it was just too much disrespect and something had to be done about him. I could be wrong. Leave the comments down below. I want to know what you guys think about this. Y'all, as y'all know, I try to look at almost every comment. I don't get to every comment, but I try. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.